I'm like a womble. I like to make good use of the things that everyday folks leave behind. I'm showing my age now. All the time I was in jobs, I was actually grabbing stuff instead of it going in the bin. So I've got all this sort of stuff here. I used to grab all the old nuts and bolts and stuff like that, especially when they're replaced with warranty. So I've got heaps of nuts and bolts and stuff. Bits of metal which are great for making brackets and stuff like that. And just junk really, which I know is actually going to come in useful. If you don't know what the wombles are or what a womble is, Google it. They look like this. So today I'm going to show you how I made a oil separator breather catch can thing out of old scrap I had lying around for the bike. And I'll keep old chains and flywheels and conrods and pistons and stuff like that. So normally when you do an airbox delete, the normal breather pipe goes in the airbox and then gets sucked into the inlet and the fumes get sucked into the engine. But what most people do is they just stick a little filter like that on the end, and with my supercharger system there's no room for that, and it's pretty crap anyway because oil drips out of it and stuff like that. So I've actually plumbed my breather into the air intake system now, so it just goes through to the combustion. And what I'm making is a little oil trap for it so that the oil doesn't actually go directly into the supercharger. It's probably going to be alright and not damage it, but I'd rather have a little catch can so I can actually catch the oil so not too much goes through. I'm not that good at TIG welding yet, so what I did was, before I started actually welding bits and pieces to my pipe work and stuff like that, I had a good old practice again. I started making a paddock stand. There'll be a video about that, just for the practice. But now I'm confident that I can actually weld bits and pieces together without causing too much damage. It's not the prettiest welding in the world, but now I don't have to go to a day job anymore. I'm going to have a little bit more time to invest in practicing welding, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to practice some stainless steel welding as well, so hopefully make some nice headers for the bike too. This is just all junk I've had lying around. That thing there, that goes in the condenser of VW Polo, air conditioning condenser, and holds the receiver dryer in. It just so happens it's exactly the same size as this pipe there. So that's going to be my removable bung. Right, now after making that, I'm an absolutely expert welder. I feel confident to actually start welding my little breather catch can. So I've just carefully cut that little disc out there, which I'm going to weld into the top there. Not quite like that, but yeah. Oh, I thought that was going to work. How am I going to keep that in there? Tin foil, I reckon. It looks so nice right now and neat and tidy. All that's about to change, I reckon. Started off so well. Well, it's on there. It's not pretty. Just got to fill this hole up I've just blown in here, and it should be right. Yeah, I had that way too hot. But you got to try it. I started off good, then it all went to shit. because I haven't got the hang of welding this thin stuff yet, as you can see, I'm going to actually grind this down and smooth it out and polish it. But it works, it doesn't leak. There you go, a little bit of filing, grinding, polishing, and it's not too bad. I can polish it up a lot better, but I don't even know if it's going to work yet, so there's no point yet. I'm probably really going to f this up. It looks like I know what I'm doing, but when it comes to welding, yeah, I'm not that great yet. Put the work on. Now I'm quite pleased with that. Just got to drill that out. This one will be a little bit more tricky, but I'm confident now I'm not going to blow holes in it. So I've impressed myself, I think. 7P09074438, that's what that is. That's off of a Torag, I reckon, with a part number like that. And it looks like an ECU cover. Right, so I've now got that welded into my intake pipe. I'm quite confident of doing this now. And that's the other end of the breather, because I don't think you're allowed to vent them to open air in this country. So that's where I'm at the moment. That's how that bracket turned out. It actually wraps around the frame and gets sandwiched in between the frame mounting bolts, the ones just which are on that front bit just under the tank. So I just got to clean all that up and fit it. So I cleaned it up a little bit more and painted the bracket and stuff. And there you go, that's me oil breather, oil trap I guess you call it, and that bung just pulls out the bottom on rubber seals to empty it. So I just got to plumb it in and see if it works. So that there in there is where it goes into my air inlet. And the reason I've got the oil trap on there is because I don't want oil just going straight into the supercharger. I don't think it's going to do it any harm, but I'd prefer it not to. Now that's the captivated nut for the frame bolts, and that sandwiches that in between there and the bolts. I didn't have any gloss black paint, that's why it's matte black. It probably would have looked better. Oh, it doesn't make a difference, it's got matte black exhaust and stuff. Fits in there like that. I just got to plumb it in now. Probably should have put the lines on before I put that on there actually. I don't have any yet. So that's where he goes. He fits in there like that, look. I've borrowed breather hose off of my Beetle for it at the moment, so I'll make sure it works, and then when I know it works I'll go and buy some new stuff. That was hard work getting that in there. So my hose comes out the engine breather there, goes up there, goes under the tank, comes out in there, at the top there, look. And it goes in that lower hose there, and this top hose here goes to my air intake pipe there. And you've got the air filter on the end there. It was a bit of a pain in the arse to get it all in there and all neat so you can't really see it. Well, and you see that little bit, which looked quite cool. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. So that's that. Not the video I wanted to be producing this weekend, because I wanted to be producing a drag racing video. But it's all progress, and we're going to be at the drags next week. So don't forget to like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and comment. And of course, have a great day.